3 in a row. You guys had chances today. I was talking about what is the general mood right now?
Everybody's still like questioning like what's going on, but I think we're putting it together. It came down to the end. We had some chances to get off the field on defensive wise. So we just leaving plays out there on the field. So I think we're moving in the right direction for sure. We just gotta finish. You gotta finish games, come out to the end, finish plays, finish drives, just finish everything that we do.
They were, I think, 8 for 10 on third down in the second half. What kind of went wrong for you guys in some of those plays?
I say like communication errors, and then like their players making plays. Pitt's a good team. They have good players all around the board. We got to get off the field on third downs. I think we had too many times the ball was just floating in the air. Like we got to make plays. So we got to make more plays all around.
Elijah, I guess it was the last real drive that they had, went 7 minutes, things like that. You did kind of touch on it with some of the third downs, but in that 7-minute drive specifically, what made it kind of difficult to kind of get stops, get off the field, and things like that as they were running the clock out?
Yeah, with them running the clock out, you never know if they're gonna run the ball, pass the ball. So kind of got to be on your toes. But we just got to make tackles. Everybody got to do their job. Everybody specifically has to do their job. They have to fit their gaps. Talk, communicate, everything has to go right. So we just got to get those stops.
Huzzie, the way they use the running back, read zero. He's obviously a elusive dude anyway, but it seems like they really schemed it up to get him into open space too. what did you see as the many problems there with trying to get that guy corralled?
Yeah, just the way they used them. They knew like everybody else covered up, and then they come out in the backfield and we check down, throw a little wing, like swing route or something like that. Just using them. They were smart with how they use them. We went for them. That was an advantage point for them, so they abused it.
I know you have a different vantage point in the secondary, but on those run plays with him, is it almost hard to see him find that goal gap just because he is so small behind this big offense?
Yeah, he's so small, like you can't see him until he like bounce out. But yeah, he knew how to use his pass, stay behind his lineman.
Coach Brown was saying that he thought their quarterback was probably the difference in the game. Just what impressed you the most about the way Holstein handled it?
I think he knew when to get out the pocket. Like he knew when to use his legs. He knew when he didn't have anything. He kind of scrambled to try to make a play. So I think that was the biggest thing for him, using his legs and like making a play when there was nothing to make.
How much of a lift was Caleb's pick six?
Oh, that was a huge lift. That was a big momentum change right there in the beginning of the game. We needed that. So I think that lifted the team right there, a little momentum.
It was a heck of a play too.
That was. We took it to the house. That's a plus.
Yeah.
Put points on the board on the defensive side, so that's always a plus.
A loss is a loss, but the last two were sort of gut-wrenching in their own ways. This one feels like there's maybe more to be proud about or encouraged about. Do you sense that at all? Do you think the locker room senses that?
Oh yeah. We all know like we're taking the right steps. Like we doing the right things. We're trying to be and become a better team. So we just got to keep our head down, stay positive, and just keep taking it a day at a time.
Coach Collins has told us that when you guys have given up explosives this year, it's usually been a miscommunication situation or someone trying to do too much. You guys give up a handful of them today. Do you have any idea if it was miscommunication, guys trying to do too much, or what may have happened on some of those?
It was probably like one of the two. It's always one of those three. But some of them just got to come down and making a play. There wasn't really no communication to be said. We just got to make a play.
Is that usually the case? Like you kind of hit on it a second ago. You give up a 46-yard play, a 72-yard play. It's usually a miscommunication or someone trying to do too much. How much of it has to do with the other guys just simply making a play?
Yeah, it has a lot to do with it. Simply just making a play. You can make it a better play. He's on scholarship too, just like we are. So and it can come down to just technique, like the player not really making a crazy play, but you just losing off a technique or like an angle or assignment, alignment. It's a lot to do with it. So we're mainly just somebody making a play. It comes down to me making a play, him making a play, one of the two.
You guys actually came back today. I know that first play he got in there, he had the quarterback hit and everything like that. I guess as he gets healthier and he's able to kind of get back to reps that he usually was having, what type of impact do you think that will make, on the defense in the season moving forward?
A huge impact. He's a great player off the edge. So him having that presence on the field just brings like a problem. Like that's a problem on the board for coaches. Like you don't want to see Ruck on the field. You always got to have somebody on it, one or two people. So just having him, like his presence on the field is gonna be felt.
Not to obviously comment on anyone that was, there in his place, but I guess was that his disruptiveness, do you feel like that was an element of the defense that was maybe kind of missing in those games that he missed?
I mean, he's a player, so I mean, it's always gonna be like a problem when you don't have him. Not a problem, but just missing him, like that's it's rough. So I mean, you just do a whole bunch of lot more stuff. But I mean, if somebody goes down, that's what you got like young guys for. Whoever goes down, next person has to step in, and we got to treat them the same way. We can't knock back down or whoever in, look at them a certain type of way. We just got to go get the job done, whoever it is.
Is there also just a sense of like juice that he brings when he's out there on the field, Rucker? I'm saying, like it's just like maybe a different energy when you have 7 running around.
Yeah, it's his presence. It's felt. Yeah.
Let's go with Elijah.
Elijah, what would you say? You mentioned earlier that you felt like this team is taking the right steps and doing the right things. Just like keep your head down, keep working. What are the things that you see that give you that belief that you are moving in the right direction, even if the wins aren't coming?
Like some plays, like we communicate great. Like we make the right checks, make the right plays. Just sometimes you don't make the plays, sometimes you do make the plays. So I mean, just you can't quit not doing what you've been doing for up to this long. You just gotta stay consistent, keep believing, keep trusting, keep believing everybody, guys behind you, everybody gonna do their job. I mean, just keep rolling. Like next play, whatever happens, you gotta keep going. Shake that play off. Next play, next drive, next series, next down, next game. You just gotta buckle down, stay down. We got a long season, so I mean, I'm trying to keep everybody positive and then continue moving in the right way.
All right.